let's be honest, we're all a bit overworked. So today, we're going to book a much-needed first-class vacation for the one employee who never clocks out, your brain. In this explainer, we're diving into the real art of recharging.
Does this sound familiar? Your calendar is just jammed. Your inbox is a disaster, and your mind feels like a web browser with, 100 tabs open at once. You feel like you're constantly on, but you're not really moving forward. You might be running on fumes.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? Our whole culture basically treats being busy as a badge of honor. We look at rest as a sign of weakness or something we have to earn only after we've pushed ourselves to the brink. But what if that's totally backward?
This brings us to a really crucial mindset shift. We have to stop seeing rest as just another chore on our to-do list. Instead, we need to start seeing it as a charging privilege, a strategic tool that is absolutely key for high performance, for creativity, for mental clarity. It's not a weakness, folks. It's your secret weapon.
So here's our travel plan for today. First, we're going to figure out why our brains are so darn tired. Then we'll visit 3 different terminals of rest, each packed with unique techniques. And finally, you'll get to build your very own personal rest itinerary. All right, our first stop is all about understanding the problem. Why exactly does it feel like your brain is constantly trying to send you an out-of-office auto-reply?
I want you to think of your brain like a computer's CPU. It's just getting bombarded 24/7 by emails, notifications, and this never-ending flood of information. It's kind of like a juicer that's been running all day long. If you just keep stuffing more and more fruit in without ever letting it cool down, well, it's going to overheat and shut down.
Okay, welcome to Terminal 1. The goal here is simple, but it's also pretty radical. Unplug everything. We are aiming for a total sensory reset to let that whole system finally cool down.
Our first charging privilege is basically a built-in reboot button. All you do is find a quiet spot, set a timer for just 10 minutes, and close your eyes. Your only job is to focus on the feeling of your breath going in and out. Now, your mind is going to wander. That's what minds do. Just gently bring it back. I promise you, this is way more refreshing than 30 minutes of scrolling through social media.
So what's the science behind those big aha moments? You ever wonder why your best ideas seem to pop into your head in the shower? Well, you can thank your default mode network, or DMN. Think of it as your brain's background processing system. It kicks in when you stop focusing, and it starts connecting all these different dots.
And the cool part is, we can actually turn on this network on purpose by doing really simple, repetitive physical things, like washing the dishes, folding laundry, or, taking that shower. You give your logical brain a break, and that allows the DMN to get to work, sorting and filing and making those cool connections. It's actually productive resting.
Okay, the last technique in this terminal is the wander walk. The rules are super simple. No destination, and you absolutely have to leave your phone behind. Your only job is to walk around and just observe. Look at the weird texture on a brick wall or the shape of the clouds. Pretend you're an alien who's visiting Earth for the very first time.
I love this quote. It just puts it so perfectly. An aimless walk is not wasted time. It's a sensory reset. You're clearing out all the mental junk and letting yourself see the world with fresh eyes. It's like a total system refresh for your perception.
All right, on to our next stop, Terminal 2. Now here, we're not shutting the brain down completely. Instead, we're going to switch its operating system from that logical, analytical mode to a more creative, intuitive one.
So the first technique here is something called no-goal creation. The point is not to make a masterpiece. The point is simply to make something. Just doodle with some crayons, play with clay, stack some blocks. The real value is in the process itself, just letting your hands move without your inner critic judging every little thing.
Next up, let's give your brain a sound bath. Try to listen to music that doesn't have lyrics, because your brain will automatically try to process the words, and that takes effort. Instead, throw on some classical music, a rainstorm soundscape, or some chill lo-fi beats. Just let your mind float on the sound waves without trying to go anywhere.
Let's face it, our screens are a huge source of information anxiety. This technique is a really elegant escape. Grab a physical book, something totally unrelated to your work, and just read 15 pages. Don't highlight anything, don't analyze it, just let yourself get lost in a simple, linear story. It's a really powerful antidote to all that digital chaos.
Okay, on to our final stop, Terminal 3. This is where we make rest a non-negotiable ritual. It's not something you do only when you're completely wiped out. It's something you do to prevent getting exhausted in the first place.
So let's talk about the almighty power nap. The absolute key here is the timing. 10 to 20 minutes, that's the sweet spot. It's just long enough to reset your brain and give you a boost, but short enough to avoid that awful groggy feeling when you wake up. Think of it like a quick pit stop for your mind.
You can turn a habit you already have into a powerful moment of rest. The next time you grab a cup of coffee or tea, just for 5 minutes, put your phone down and focus only on the experience, the warmth of the mug in your hands, the smell, the taste. It's like a mini sensory vacation you can take anytime.
You know, stress isn't just in your head, it gets stored in your body. Here are 2 super simple things you can do right at your desk. Gently massage your stomach in a clockwise circle. This really helps calm your nervous system. Or just shrug your shoulders way up to your ears, hold it for a few seconds, and then let them drop completely. You can literally feel that tension melt away.
This really gets to the core of that mind-body connection. Your body is holding on to all the stress of the day, and if you don't actively release it, that physical tension just keeps sending stress signals right back up to your brain. So releasing your body is a direct path to calming your mind.
Okay, probably the biggest enemy of rest is a lack of boundaries. So you need to create a ritual that ends your workday. Set a firm time, and when that time hits, shut the computer down. Maybe change your clothes. Do something that clearly signals to your brain, hey, work is over. You are now on a mini vacation until tomorrow morning.
All right, we've visited all 3 terminals. Now it's time to put it all together and basically become the travel agent for your own brain.
So let's do a quick review of our destinations. Do you need a deep shutdown for a total reset? Maybe a dose of creative play to switch up your thinking, or a ritual recharge to build a more sustainable habit. You know, the best itinerary is probably going to mix and match techniques from all 3, depending on what your brain is asking for.
And if there's just one thing that you take away from this whole explainer, please let it be this. Rest is not the opposite of work. It is a fundamental, essential part of doing good work. The path to your most focused, most creative, most productive self, it's paved with these little moments of intentional, high-quality rest.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Forget about your to-do list for just a second. What is the one charging privilege from our itinerary that you are going to schedule for yourself today? A 10-minute nap? That wander walk? Whatever it is, your brain is definitely going to thank you for it.